All right, guys, this is the classwork that goes along with the complex fractions. You should be on page 4 in your homework packet, and you definitely need a calculator on your desk to use. All right, simplify. 8/9 over 6. Go. Now, if you are doing this by hand, this is 8/9 divided by 6. That's how you would enter it into your calculator. But if you're doing it by hand, 8, keep, change, flip. This would be 6. This is 6 over 1, so this would be 1 over 6. We can simplify. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 2 goes into 8 4 times. Multiply straight across, and you get 4 27s. So you are either using a calculator or doing it by hand. But either way, you end up with 4 27s. Number 2, go. All right, if you're entering it into a calculator, it will be 4/5 divided by 10. Let me show you how to do it by hand. Keep, change, flip this. This is 1/10. These can both be divided by 2. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 5 or 10 5 times. Multiply straight across, and I get 2 25ths. So you're either using a calculator or dividing the fractions by hand, which remember, you keep, change, flip. Number 3, Mary is making pillows for her life skills class. She bought 2.5 yards of fabric. Her total cost was $15. What is her cost per yard? Make sure your answer has a label. Go. Well, remember, cost per yard. Money always goes on top. Guys, we have said that a lot of times. So, $15 for 2.5 yards. I'm going to do 15 divided by 2 1/2. And you are using your calculator. You end up with 6, and it is $6 per yard. You can write it like that, or you can write it like this. $6 per yard. Make sure you have a label, because remember, a rate means nothing without a label. 6 is different than $6 per yard. Okay, Doug entered a canoe race. He rowed 3.5 miles in 1/2 hour. What is his average speed in miles per hour? Again, make sure you have a label. Go. Well, miles per hour. So we want miles on top. 3.5 miles per 1/2 hour. So entering into our calculator, 3 1/2 divided by 1/2. When you punch that in, you get 7. But that is not your final answer. You need to have a label. Miles per hour. Miles per hour. Or you could write 7 miles per hour. Either way, that means every hour you are going 7 miles. Number 5, a turtle walked 3/4 of a mile in 3.5 hours. What is the turtle's rate of speed? Go. Well, what are the two things we're dealing with here? Miles and hours. So, does it make sense to be miles per hour? Absolutely does. So, 3/4 of a mile per 3.5 hours is 3/4 divided by 3 1/2. And when you punch this into your calculator, you're going to get 3/14 of a mile per hour. Now, if you had that as a decimal, you would have 0.21 miles per hour. And that's going real slow. Think about it. This turtle only went 3/4 of a mile in over 3 hours. So it's walking real slow. Okay, Mrs. Jacoby bought 5/8 of a pound of grapes for her kids. She spent $1.24. What is the unit price? Go. Well, remember, money always goes on top. We're going to do cost per pound. So $1.24 per 5/8 of a pound. When you punch this into your calculator, you're doing $1.24 divided by 5/8. And when you punch this in, you're going to get 1.98, and that is dollars per pound. Make sure you have your label. Again, it could be written like this, $1.98 per pound, or with this slash, that means per pound. Now, this is number 7. There's not a big space there, okay? So it's 56 1/4%. I want you to change that to a fraction. Go. Well, this goes back a ways. What is every percent in the world out of? It is out of 100. So you will do 56 1/4 over 100, which is 56 1/4 divided by 100. And when you punch this into your calculator, you are going to get 9/16. And they are asking you to write your answer as a fraction, so you need to keep it as a fraction. Try number 8. That's 8. Go. Well, again, every percent in the world is out of 100. 13 1/3 over 100. So you do 13 1/3 divided by 100. When you punch this into your calculator, you are going to get 2/15. Number 9, a bank is offering home loans at an interest rate of 5.5%. Write this percent as a fraction in the simplest form. Go. Well, again, every percent in the world is out of 100. So this is 5 1/2 divided by 100. And when you punch that into your calculator, you're going to get 11 out of 200. Number 10, Carl measured the wingspan of a butterfly and the moth shown below. Here's the butterfly and here's the moth. How many times larger is the moth than the butterfly? Hint, write the ratio of the moth to the butterfly. Go. Well, the moth is 3 1/2, because they said moth to butterfly. Moth to butterfly. So moth is going to be on top. 3 1/2 inches over 3 1/4 inches. When you type this into your calculator, you're going to do 3 1/2 divided by 3 1/4. You will get 1 1/13. All right, guys, follow along in your Google Classroom. Let me know if you need any help on complex fractions.